Good evening, everyone. Just some information. We are going to start just a few minutes late. We did become informed that there's a very slow-moving train, so we want all the families and everybody to have a chance to get in the arena. So we appreciate your patience, and we'll begin shortly. Thank you.
Good evening, and welcome to the 75th Annual Commencement Ceremony as we honor the Bettendorf High School Class of 2026. Performed by our senior ensemble and conducted by Chris Saito, I invite you to please rise and face the flag for the national anthem. Please be seated. I am proud to welcome the Bettendorf High School Concert Choir and senior vocal music students as they perform Blackbird under the direction of Trent Teskey and accompanied by Freddie Allen.
Singing in the dead of night. Take these smoking wings and learn to fly. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to arise. Do, 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 do. Singing in the dead of night. Take these sunken eyes and learn to see. All your life, you were only waiting for this moment to be free. Into the light of a dark black night. Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Only waiting for this moment to be free. You were only waiting for this moment to be free. You were only
A great tradition at Bettendorf High School is in inviting students of the graduating class to address those attending the commencement ceremony. Speaking today on behalf of the class of 2026 will be Olivia Snow and Natalie Everding.
Good evening, everyone. If you not already know me, my name is Olivia Snow, and it is truly an honor to stand here today celebrating not only our achievements, but also the memories and challenges that brought us to this moment. It's weird to be here and finally understand what people mean when they say time flies by. We've all heard it a million different times, but now it feels real. The days felt long, but somehow the years slipped by in an instant. When I first told people I wanted to give this speech, they said I was crazy. They asked if I'd be nervous, and I confidently said no. But standing here now, I can admit they were right, just not in the way I expected. I'm not nervous about speaking. I'm nervous because this is it. Because once we walk off this stage, this chapter becomes a memory, something we'll look back on instead of living in. Before anything else, I want to say thank you to our teachers, staff, and administration. Thank you for your patience, your dedication, and for believing in us even when we didn't believe in ourselves. To our families, thank you for the encouragement, sacrifices, and constant support that carried us here. And to my classmates, thank you for the laughter, the memories, and the friendships that made every day a little brighter. I've tried to figure out when school stopped being our favorite part of the day, when learning was exciting, and I didn't think twice about anything beyond that moment. I remember when a long day meant waiting for the clock to hit recess, or when the best part of the day was daydreaming about what high school would be like. We finally got there. Even though we started excited with a new beginning, somewhere along the way, things changed. Assignments piled up, schedules got busier, and the school slowly blended into routine. But even as things changed, one thing didn't. We were still doing it all together. That's what makes our class of 2026 so special. We didn't just grow up, we grew up side by side. Through every awkward phase, every challenge, every success, we changed and matured together and experienced every stage of life together. And now we're here at our last big event, graduation. Soon we'll see different faces every day, but even with different paths, we will still be us, connected through everything we've experienced together. And it's funny, I never truly appreciated the firsts or the routines until I started experiencing the last. The last first day of school, last practicing games, the last time walking into our classes or seeing many of the faces next to you. No one really tells you when something is going to be the last time, and that's what makes it so hard to let go. These moments, the ones we rush through, wanting to grow up, even the feeling of senioritis that kicked in earlier than we expected, are now the ones we wish we could hold on to just a little longer. Because one day, these ordinary moments, the ones we didn't think about, will be the stories we tell, the memories we laugh about. So maybe the most important thing we learned isn't from a book or a lecture. Maybe it's to be present. So many times we thought something would be boring or unimportant, and somehow those ended up being the times we laughed the hardest and remembered the most. Today isn't just about it ending, it's about remembering. The people, the experiences, the versions of ourselves we were, and the people we've become. Because while time may have flown by, everything we've shared, every single moment will always stay with us. So congratulations, class of 2026. As we begin the next part of our lives, I hope we remember to appreciate the little things, to embrace change even when it's difficult, and to never stop growing into the people we are meant to be, moment by moment.
Hi. My name is Natalie Everding, and I'm so honored to stand before you today and share this pivotal moment in our lives. First, I would like to thank Olivia for reminding us of our childhood. But now, I want to remind you of a question we were asked so many times when we were little. What do you want to be when you grow up? When I was in kindergarten, I wanted to be a pop star. And in first grade, I wanted to be a nurse. The older I get, the more I'm asked this question, and the harder it feels to answer. Not because there aren't options, but because we've been told to narrow down our ideas for something that better matches our current strengths. Childhood was simple and untainted by the pressure of practicality. When we were kids, every dream felt within reach. Many of those dreams, like sand, felt weightless in our hands until they slipped through our fingers, forgotten or replaced. Some dreams, however, will never be forgotten, and those dreams become a part of us and shape us into the person we will become. Now, I want to ask you that same question you've been asked countless times by now, but I want to ask you this question a little differently. Who will you be now that you've grown up? Not what job are you going to choose, but what kind of life are you going to lead? Up until this point, our family, peers, and teachers have provided us with opportunities to explore potential occupations, and we've grown under their guidance. From being ushered in as dazed freshmen by loud, cheering cell crew leaders, to sitting here today in caps and gowns, we have grown a lot, even if we don't feel very different. Remember the 4-year plan we had to complete in 8th grade? Yeah, not my favorite either. And somehow we were never actually done with it, but it was designed to equip us with all the tools we would need to walk across this stage. Now, no one is telling you what to do next. And when we walk out of here, we have the freedom to do whatever we want to do with our lives and to become whoever we want to be. We will have setbacks, but we can strive to succeed and give back to all the people who brought us here, the people who pushed us to try a little harder, provided us with opportunities to improve ourselves, and uplifted us when we felt low. We can make a difference in people's lives. Be the person who inspires, lifts, and encourages when others give up. If we could be anything, we shouldn't tie our identity to a job or a title. We should choose to be someone who makes this world a little better through kindness, generosity, and perseverance. So, if you're still unsure what happens after graduation, if your dream has stayed the same or changed a million times, I hope the person you become reflects the purest qualities of your soul and brings out the best in you. Congratulations, class of 2026. Your future is in your hands. Thank you.
Today, we'll be honoring 351 graduates. Several individuals among the class of 2026 are to be recognized today for special accomplishments. As evidence of many achievements of the class of 2026, we have 50 students who have met the criteria for membership into the prestigious National Honor Society. The gold and blue cords signify this accomplishment. We have 8 students who have recorded over 200 hours of community service throughout their high school career. The silver cords represent their commitment to Bettendorf High School and the Bettendorf community. 143 members of this graduating class have been designated as honor students. To graduate with honors, students must attain a grade point average of 3.25 or better for their 4 years in high school. These names are listed in your program. Among our honor students are those who have maintained a grade point average of at least 3.5 on a 4.0 scale for their 4 years in high school. These 97 students are graduating as salutatorians and may be identified by the gold tassel on their caps, and they are recognized in the program as well. At this time, I ask the salutatorians to please stand and be recognized. On occasion, in educational institutions throughout the country, there are those students who, in the eyes of their teachers, have performed in a nearly flawless academic manner. These students have achieved a perfect 4.0 grade point average. The class of 2026 has 13 such individuals. At this time, it is my honor to recognize these students. I would ask that these 13 individuals to come forward to the left side of the stage, and Mr. Skillett will read your names. You can come forward at this time. Each valedictorian will receive the gold cord symbolizing a perfect 4.0 grade point average and an engraved plaque testifying their academic excellence.
William Barquist. Destiny Borland. Joseph Evans. Haley Hausenga. Adelia Hunter. Joseph McDermott. McKenna Miller. Tatum Miller. Emma Riley. Olivia Snow. Gabriella Wade. AJ Willie. Addison Zumwalt.
Good evening, class of 2026. You made it. It's such an honor to be with you today to celebrate this amazing milestone. Your class song, Landslide by Fleetwood Mac, asks a powerful question. Can I handle the seasons of my life? What a fitting question for this moment. Because graduation is one of these seasons, a moment where you stand between what was and what will be. One chapter closing and another one just beginning. And maybe that's why so many people connect to Landslide. Not because it has all the answers, but because it understands what it feels like to grow, to change, and to wonder who you're becoming along the way. Another lyric from the song says, well, I've been afraid of changing, because I built my life around you. Tonight, I think the lyric hits a little bit differently. Because for many of you, BHS, the hallways, the friendships, the routines, the people sitting beside you, became part of the life that you built. And now, for the first time, you're standing at the edge of something new. That can feel exciting, it can feel uncertain, and honestly, it can feel a little emotional too. If you listen to the songs Landslide today, I wonder how many of you hear them differently tonight than you would have a few years ago. And parents, judging by some of the tears this week, I think you may hear them a little differently too. Because there becomes a moment when you realize growing up is not something that happens all at once. It happens slowly, in ordinary moments, and in hard seasons. It happens in friendship and failures, in late night conversations, and in moments when life changes before you entirely are ready for it. And then one day, almost without noticing, you look around and you realize you're no longer just getting older, you are becoming yourselves. Class of 2026, your class learned early on that nothing stays the same forever. Plans change, the future rarely looks exactly the way we imagined it would, and yet through every uncertainty, you kept growing. That is why your choice of Landslide for your class song feels so fitting. At its core, the song is about learning how to face change without losing who you are in the process. You understand what it feels like to look in the mirror and realize you aren't the same person you were a few years ago. You understand what it means to move forward even when you do not have the answer. And maybe this is exactly what makes your class so special. When I asked what made the class of 2026 unique, One response stood out to me the most from all of you, and that was every single student was themselves. This class was never defined by sameness. You were defined by individuality. When the world shifted after your 6th grade year, it created a season where each of you had to grow in your own unique way, at your own pace. Somehow, over the course of these past 6 years, you became artists, athletes, musicians, leaders, entrepreneurs, dreamers, and some state champions in the crowd. Yep. You become twins, trying to figure out life apart from each other, and classmates discovering who you are meant to be. You grew through pressure. You grew at different speeds and in different directions, but growth happened. And that is what your class color gold is so perfect for you. Gold is valuable not because it avoids pressure, but because it survives to become. Before gold is beautiful, it begins buried deep beneath the layers of the earth, hidden and unrefined. It must be uncovered. It must be placed into intense heat where the impurities are stripped away. The fire doesn't destroy the gold, it reveals it. The moments that tested your confidence, your patience, and your perseverance did not weaken you. They revealed you. They revealed your integrity, your kindness, and your resilience. You grew up together. You leaned on each other. You laughed together. And low-key, you probably said the word bruh more than any time anyone in human history. But beneath the slang and the laughter was something real. A bond formed between watching each other grow. Tonight, as you sit shoulder to shoulder one last time, I hope you realize how rare and beautiful that really is. Because tomorrow, this will be a memory. The hallway conversations, the Friday night lights, the inside jokes, the performances, and the people who made this place feel like home. This is the strange gift of growing older. We begin to understand that little moments were actually the big moments all along. Your class motto reminds us, sometimes you'll never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. Years from now, you may not remember every assignment or deadline, but you'll remember how people made you feel. I know that as you look towards tomorrow, some of you are harboring quiet worries. You told me you worry about failure, about finances, about finding the right career, maintaining a strong work ethic, and finding true happiness. You worry about whether you're truly ready for what comes next. If we're being honest, you spent much of your teenage years wondering what the future would look like, while the adults around you wondered the exact same thing, just hoping we were doing everything right and possible to help you get there. But hear me tonight. You do not need to have the next 50 years figured out or mapped out. You just need to handle the next season. One step, one decision, one opportunity, one act of courage at a time. Class of 2026, you were interrupted, but you were not stopped. You were challenged, but you were not defeated. When you're afraid of change, remember the question from your class song, can I handle the seasons of my life? The answer is yes. You are ready for the next season. You are ready for the next step. You are ready to build a life filled with purpose, courage, kindness, and growth. You just need to take the first step. Be Bulldog strong. Congratulations, class of 2026. Members of the Board of Education and Dr. Morse, I proudly present the senior class of 2026 as having fulfilled all requirements set forth by the state of Iowa and the Bettendorf Community School District, and at this time recommend the awarding of the diplomas. Marshals, please come forward. We respectfully ask that the audience remain in their seats. We do have a professional photographer on hand, and ask that you please not block the view of others. We thank you in advance for your courtesy and making sure that our graduates and their family members are able to hear the names of each individual being recognized today. At this time, the first row of graduates shall rise, and please come forward.
It's my honor to read the names of the class of 2026 of Bettendorf High School. Here we go. Blake Yen Abbott. Marafi Mohammed Abdel Fadil. Tyler Donald Augusta. Leard Ajeti. Hunter Daniel Anderson. Jaden Scott Anderson. Kaya Jane Anderson. Tylee Sterling Anderson. Eleanor Ray Andes. Emily Lucille Andrew. Abigail Elise Armstrong. Hazel Margaret Baca. Landon Wade Baffa. Hannah Sue Bagdanas. Brady Hunter Baccaris. Catherine Lily Okalani Baltos. Layden Levance Banks. Killian James Barker. William Barron Barquist. Bailey May Beecher. Marley Joe Behrens. Bo Henry Bender. Charlotte Dawn Beringer. Kate Elizabeth Besser. William Birch de la Calle. Jacob Joseph Bitterman. Adelissa Olivia Florence Bloyd. Brandon Philip Bond. Destiny Lynn Borland. Brennan Lee Bringoff. Madeline Jane Bringoff. Darion LaShawn Brookins. Colin Joseph Brown. Luke David Brown. Seth Garrett Brown Leiby. Dylan Catherine Lorraine Bryant. Davany Lee Bikema. Terrell T. Burge. Peyton Nicole Burridge. JC Grace Kale. Soraya Bianca Campbell. Addison Leanne Marie Carter. Ashton Christopher Carter. Danilo Michael Caruso. Taylor Grace Cavazos. Christian Matthew Seha. Caden Matthias Clausen. Ainsley Nicole Clendenin. Kendall Marie Cleveland. Marvin Gael Contreras Nahera. Sullivan Cox. Chloe Marie Crosby. Caitlin Juanita Crump. Isaiah Joseph Cruz. Sarah Lucille Cullum. David Allen Curie. Kaylee Alexandra Zarnecki. Noah Darnell. Adrian Lee Davis. Elliot Eugene Davis. Heaven Monakai Angel Davis. Silas Richard Davis. Jordan Anthony DeSimone. Caden Ray DeBolt. Evan Peterson Decker. Bianca Elizabeth Dexter. Zakiah Raynell Diggs. Taylor Marie Dimmig. Elijah Gabriel Dixon. Cash Monty Dormeyer. Peyton Carlton Douglas. Brooke Alea Dewan. Francis Xavier Dunbar III. Zachary Allen Dyer. Ariana Mary Grace Dwyek. Hayden Michael Eastman. Keon James Calvin Edwards. Marion Aircells. Helga Eggen. Joseph Augustin Evans. Natalie Hope Everding. Caitlin Marie Farmer. Taylor Nicole Farrell. Jenna Lily Farwell. Emma Fetters. Jaden Lee Pfeiffer. Nolan Iverson Filion. Ezra Gabriel Fight. Araya Elizabeth Fox. Roy Anthony Franklin. Claire Renee Franzman. Piper Renee Fredrickson. Riley Joe Froh. Rachel Ann Froelich. Julia Grace Fry. Ava Lee Fugate. Taylor Rose Gainey. Anya Keeley Gates. Johnny Isai Gauna. Kadina Akemi Gibbs. Sullivan Albert Giesek. Benjamin Ivan Gillette. Henry Charles Gillis. Thomas John Gillitzer. Jack Robert Gerskus. Giovanni Gomez. Michael Manuel Gonzalez Sturm. Alexander James Good. Lanaya Sincere Gooden. Evan Lee Graham. Melanie Giovanni Green. Mason Eugene Griffin. Cadence Elizabeth Grimmett. Samantha Diane Grisset. Zach John Grothus. Hunter Jack Groves. Gabriel Elijah Aiden Guest. Kylie Gutierrez. Jonathan Wyatt Hallberg. Michael Rudy Holler. Tucker Ray Hansen. Nicholas Yuri Hannes. Ellen Marie Harson. Jackson Jeremy Hatler. Joshua Dresden Hawkinson. Mylan Kamora Haynes. Aiden Joel Hefty. Violet May Held. Araya Nicole Christine Henderson. Shavon Omaria Henderson. Levi Matthew Hernandez. Tyler Dwight Hodges. Tristan Summit Hodson. Abigail Grace Holland. Abigail Lynn Holland. William Trent Holyoke. Haley Joe Hausenga. Savannah Michelle Howell. Emma Rayanne Hudson. Elijah James Huffman. Justice Lanaya Hughes. Keelan Brianna Hughes. Adelia Marie Hunter. Brady Michael Husky. Jonathan Pricer Isaacson. Noah Matthew Yeager. Wyatt William James. Owen Lucas Jett. Lincoln Glenn Jip. Jaden Robert Johansson. Mason Christopher Johnson. Nicholas Michael Johnston. Paris Irene Jordan. Annie Michelle Kellenberger. Brody Frederick Kennis. Miles Thomas Kern. Kendall Easton Kerr. Gia Kundelwall. Anna Grace Kittingile. Jake Eugene Knight. Benjamin Ryan Kerperick. Kaylee Nicole Kokshin. Cooper Stanley Krager. Haley Ella Kurt. Eva Marie Kundell. Jeremiah Cathino Coons. Gage Matthew Lemire. Thomas George Landaverde. Kelly Quinn Lee. Jackson Sean Leary. Noah Joseph Levitt. Richard Anthony Lemick. Logan Paul Linan. Grant Lee Lenning. Wyatt Matthew Lennox. Samantha Kate Lepley. Braden James Luxinger. Jaden Jesse Luna. Stella Catherine Lund. Serena Joe Alexander. Tyler Wayne Lyon. Charlize Faith McZuba. John Ellis Santa Ana Magdalis. Wyatt DeLeon Marshall. Chloe Marie Defoe Martin. Mariana Isabella Martinez. Bryn Christine Matley. Dalton Scott McConnell. Olivia Christine McCorkle. Charisma McGowan. Sierra Brianna McMath. Kian Kirkpatrick McNeely. Isaac Ikaika Mejia. Miguel Reeves Mendoza. Brock Ambrose Menke. Maggie Elizabeth Menster. Brooklyn Jessica Meyer. Justin Samuel Meyer. Anna Elise Miller. Gabriel David Miller. McKenna Reed Miller. Tatum Jean Miller. Bailey Joe Mills. Miles Victor Miranda. Vashawn Jordan Miskowitz. Lincoln Charles Mitchell. Isabel Ann Moore. Jack Pius Moore. Isaiah Devon Moore. Finnegan Patrick Moran. Tristan William Morgart. Hayden Robert Morrison. Anel Davida Boa Mutamba. Peyton Ann Nagel. Victoria Lynn Negus. Olivia May Niehaus. Bronwyn Aram Numkina. Riker Egan O'Connor. Alexa Michelle Ocampo. Emma Oyanin. Cale Alexander Olson. Gabriela Cecilia Ortiz. Julia Grace Otero. Austin Brett Owen. Driston Charles Owen. Daniel Charles Owens III. Joel Charles Palmer. Taryn J. Parker. Carlene Rose Parks. Peyton Olivia Paul. Liam David Peicher. Josie Lynn Perkins. Onique Stephen Peters. Slade Torrin Peterson. Jaslyn Lorraine Poole. Giselle Marie Poole. Chaz Singh Pooney. Monica Michelle Porter. Makai Lee Powell. Michaela Lachey Lynn Powell. Parker James Pruitt. Christian Allen Reagan. Madeline Beatty Ralston. Priscilla Marie Rangel. Abigail Lynn Rashid. Seth David Rashid. Liam Thor Renberg. Emma Elizabeth Riley. Madeline Rayanne Rice. Daniela Rios. Madison Ray Rissler. Avik Matthew Robinson. Jocelyn Marie Rock. John Timothy Rowe. Alyssa Lee Russetti. Mustafa Sayed Sami. Nehemiah James Schackenbach. Rowan John Schalk. Owen Michael Schertz. Chloe Elizabeth Schmidt. Oscar John Schmidt. Brooklyn May Schobrock. Milena K. Schroeder. Cameron James Scuppum. Chandresa Selmani. Audrey Jean Sinelli. Colton William Sheldon. Grace Elizabeth Shelley. Aiden Christopher Shoemaker. Paige Elizabeth Shoemate. Nathan William Shuppy. Chance Brady Seam. Cade Christopher Simpson. Paitlin Rose Sims. Priyana Sade Latrice Singleton. Grace Catherine Sinnard. Jack Henry Sinnard. Nisha Siva. Ethan William Slater. Kelsey Anna Marie Smith. Olivia Jane Snow. Ileana Solis Villafana. Leland Elias John Sparks. Jack Matson Stacy. Madison Elizabeth Stark. Carter Christian Stevens. Taylor J. Streef. Mallory Michelle Sullivan. Blake Alexander Swanson. Reagan Tori Swanson. Riley Marie Sweetland. Tayuta Tapa. Michael Anthony Taylor. Peyton Marie Taranes. Madison Lee Themis. Jaden James Thomas. Xavier Alexander Tillman. Araya Taryn Tony. Lee Huai Tran. Cody Alexander Trevino. Mateo Gabriel Solis Troche. Daishan DeQuante Turnage. Alicia Marie Turner. Keely Nicole Ermy. Seth Andrew Utzinger. Carter Matthew Valley. Logan Diego Vandale. Deontay Yamani Aski Newman Benson. Trevor Marcus Vermeer. Gabriella Christie Wade. Sophia Diane Wagner. Sophia Margarita Wainwright. Caleb Wyatt Wegner. Connor David Weir. Jack Ryan Wessel. Savannah Faye West. Preston Michael White. Keegan James Widmeyer. Lucas Robert Wineclaw. Armand Lee Williams. Casey Kenneth Williams. Maurice Lavelle Williams. Tavian Joseph Willingham. Kennedy Ann Wilson. Nathan James Winger. Isaac Julian Wise. Cole Gavin Wolliver. Emily Grace Woltz. Gabrielle Shane Woodward. Justin Michael Wolverton. Amira Honesty Young. Cameron Ronald Zimmerman. Caitlin Faith Zimmerman. Addison Rose Zumwalt. Caden Allen Zavonik. Joseph James McDermott. Billy Joe Floyd Miller Jr. Gage Jonathan Tucker. AJ Willie.
We have a few graduates who still need to get their picture taken. So while we have a little bit of time in the honor of Memorial Day weekend, I would like all of the people who have been serving our country or are or have, if you would please rise and let's give everybody a round of applause. I think we should also give Mr. Skillett a round of applause because of all those names. He spends countless hours. Great job, Mr. Skillett. Class of 2026, now would be a good time to find your family in the audience and maybe give them a wave and thank them for all the support of the last 12 to 13 years. Before we end today's ceremony, and before I present the graduating class, we have one final gift for each of you. Under your chairs, you will find a card. It is a personal note from someone who has walked alongside you during your time at Bettendorf High School. One last word of encouragement, pride, and belief in who you are and all that you're becoming. As you open and read your card, I hope you feel the connection to BHS, to your journey, and to the people who have shaped it. You will always have a home here. You will always be a Bulldog, and we will always be cheering you on. So as you read your note, carry these words with you. Once a Bulldog, always a Bulldog. The future is yours. Now go change the world. Parents, family members, and invited guests, please remain seated until the graduates have exited. The graduates will proceed to the back of the stage to collect their diplomas. Once collected, they will exit the west side of the building under the skywalk where they entered. We ask that you exit out the front and meet your graduate outside. Graduates, would you please rise? At this time, please move your tassels from the right side to the left, signifying your newfound graduate status as Bettendorf alumni. Congratulations, class of 2026! Thank you for coming, everyone.